Playing the tight end position with his skill set, he's going to create a lot of mismatches, whether it's between linebackers, safeties, or corners. He's not a small guy. He run routes, just as good as any receiver that we have on our team. And he creates separation, and he has great hands.
What does it mean to have most of your guys back from last year, and what's ahead for this group? What's the ceiling look like?
Well, I mean, it means a lot. I mean, you got a lot of guys that have a lot of familiarity with defense and with each other. We have great camaraderie, brotherhood on the defensive side. We always together off the field, and we always click up together, in the locker room as well. So that's a great carryover. But as far as meaning anything from last year, really doesn't mean anything. You can go to first to worst or worst to first, like we did. Last year we went from worst to first, or good, not good to good. And it could easily be the other way around. If we get a little too big-headed. So definitely we need to stay grounded, and we'll see come late July and August and September when that rolls around, see if that unit coming back together is as good as we were last year.
Is that easy to do, stay grounded, or hard to do?
I mean, the league is hard. Whether you have success or you don't have success, it's hard to go from year to year to stay at the top and dominate or play very well every single game. That's a very difficult thing to do, and the standard we set was very high. So it's definitely going to be hard to keep that standard.
John, what's it like to have a pair of draft picks, Dallin Tomlinson, Avery Moss rotating in and out? How does it feel for them to look at you as a team leader? How do you think they've responded to their first team activities?
Oh, they look good. Moss has showed up a lot, especially being on the outside. It's really kind of hard to show up right now as an interior defensive lineman without pads on, when we're not really gauging run stops, stuff like that. But, Avery's done a good job on the outside. He's been showing up a lot on the production chart. And, it's just good to see those guys out there. I don't think they're having too many mental errors, which is a great thing as young guys. And this defense is really not that simple, and we ask a lot, especially out of our defensive ends.
What do you say to a guy like DJ? He's one of the changes. He's stepping in. He's working with you guys with the first team. What do you say? What kind of advice do you give a guy like that? He's stepping into that type of role. What he has to do in this defense.
Yeah, just take your time. Don't try to do too much. You got a lot of guys like myself, Keenan Robinson, Jack Rabbit's out there, DRC, Landon Collins. Guys that's played a lot in his defense and played a lot of ball in general. And he don't have to be the saving hero of the defense. The golden knight. He don't have to do that. Take it in stride. Because this defense is not a simple defense. It's a little complicated, and Mike has a lot of responsibilities to do. So just take your time. Take his time, and get through your checks and get the defense lined up first, and then we'll help you out. Come OTAs, mini camp, and stuff like that, and he'll catch on. And as the season progresses, he'll be a lot better. He's not doing bad at all right now, but it's just a lot to ask from a young guy who's playing that Mike position.
What did you see from him in regards to on the field?
Well, he's
there when you're in the huddle with him and he's playing.
He's taking control. He's a great communicator, and it's hard to tell playing interior like against the run and in our underwear as they call it. So we'll see. Come training camp and definitely in the preseason against other opponents. How well he does. Because at the end of the day, that's what you're judged on, not in OTAs.
On how he handled the huddle.
It's been good. It's been really good, and I like to call myself the co-pilot. Because I'm usually out there with him, or with Keenan Robinson and nickel. So I try to do a good job in assisting him and getting the guys lined up and ready to go.
Can this defense grow, and I don't mean in terms of production, but in the amount of things you can do?
I think so. There's Spags likes to put a lot on us. He likes to give us the whole playbook and see how we can handle it. That's how he judges if you can play for him or not. And with that being said, I've played in his defense 4 years now. This is my fourth year, going on my third year here, and then 1 year in New Orleans. And he's manipulated or changed his defense according to the players he has and the team and the scheme that he wants to run. And, I think he did a great job at that. And, when he feels comfortable with the guys and then, that trust factor's there, then I think he puts a little more on us, especially as the year progresses. Very much so. I mean, McAdoo's going on his second year as a head coach. I think his first year he did a great job. Establishing his culture, and Coughlin was here for I don't know how long, but his culture was phenomenal. Me being a Jersey guy, I knew about Coughlin and doing things with Giants pride and a Giants way. Just being a local guy. And from going to such a strong culture that Coughlin had to manipulating his culture, it was like we didn't miss a beat. And now he's trying to be a little bit more and figure out his identity as a head coach and our identity as a football team. And I think he's doing a great job. We're bringing in guys like Pratik Patel, who's doing nutrition, and he's one of the smartest guys in the building. And he's not only giving us nutrition who helps, but he's spotting us when we're doing squats and benches. So the more you can do, the better. And I think we got a lot of guys in our building, on the football field and off the football field, that's doing a lot for the Giants.